Okay, I'm getting my little one to sleep here, so I'm just gonna make a video while we cuddle. Are you part of the MAGA community? Do you guys know what MAGA is? I'm sure you do. So MAGA, you know, like Make America Great Again. I myself was super big part of it. I went to 3 Trump rallies in the last couple years where he actually showed up and stood for hours and hours in the sun. I had like multiple different hats. My kids all got t-shirts, you know. We were super into the entire movement and what it was supposed to stand for. But I found out some disturbing information. Do you know what the 5th level, the 5th degree in the Church of Satan is called? I'll give you one guess. That's right, it's MAGA, spelled exactly the same way as the whole Trump movement. MAGA, okay? That's literally the 5th degree in the Church of Satan, and that's directly from their website. Now, if you think that's a coincidence, maybe listen on, okay? Let's see what else we can figure out. I know for myself and a lot of other freedom-loving people, and this is against the man behind the MAGA movement, not against the people who have followed it, because like I said, I myself was one who did follow it. So here's the deal. We all know that when they started having restrictions and lockdowns, a lot of us were not okay with that, okay? Because even if you believe that there is something dangerous going around, the fact is that people have a right to choose, okay? People have a right to choose what they want to expose themselves to. They have a right to choose, you know, how they want to shop and things like that. You just have a right to choose, okay? Nobody has a right to basically put you under house arrest, supposedly for your own good. So I know for myself, I was holding my breath, waiting for our then leader to ban any of these lockdowns and come out and be like, no, we don't do this. We're Americans, right? Because this is what we've all come to love, or we had come to love about this leader, right? Like, oh, pro-America, pro-freedom, getting back to the roots and stuff like that, right? And that's when this facade really started falling apart, at least for me, because I was like, okay, why isn't he speaking up, telling everybody not that this was unconstitutional, right? And that it's un-American. But that didn't happen. So there's a red flag for you, right? Then there is the red flag of the thing that nobody is allowed to talk about that alters DNA. And I'm not allowed to say what it is, so I won't. So it's something that a lot of people were pressured into getting, right? And guess who that came out under? Yeah, that's right. Our president, our then president. And he still, to this day, boasts about it being a supposed miracle, no matter what casualties have come from it, no matter how many people have lost their jobs about it, or the fact that there was, babies used in the manufacture, human babies used in the manufacture of this supposed miracle product. And still, no matter what mandates came out regarding that, he was like pro. And typical of the right, they would be like, well, we're not pro, mandatory, but everybody should get it, right? But that was a big red flag because this thing came out under his administration. So we've got the lockdowns that he refused to stop. Then, and he kept saying the whole thing was a facade, right? Oh, this is not something to worry about and all this. And then he just let everything get crazier and crazier and declared a national emergency supposedly and all this crap. So everything pretty much started unraveling. Then, I had heard that he was, potentially a Mason of sorts, of the free variety. Put it together. And that was a big red flag. So when you start looking into that, you'll see that, yeah, he is one of those, okay? He's one of them. He's not one of us. And I know the hope was, he doesn't have a history in politics and stuff, and he's here to do a good thing. And I will admit the fact that things were a lot better under his administration, generally speaking, until everything got worse, right? Until everything started coming over from Chai. So, and I'm not worried about the actual supposed cold that it brings, okay? I'm talking about the things that came with it: restrictions, lockdowns, masking, and then mandatory, you know what's, and all that stuff, okay? When you look at everything on the big picture, yeah, MAGA being the fifth level of Satanism, it actually makes sense, guys. It actually makes sense that what they are going for with that movement is actually massive satanic indoctrination. And I don't say that lightly, but here's the facts, dude. I've read on other websites too that basically connect the fact that having a face covering over your face like that, hiding your face, is part of satanic initiation. So we're talking about, on a worldwide scale, the elites, all the people in charge, okay, trying to do massive satanic indoctrination, okay, with the masses, like on a massive worldwide scale like we've never seen before. Now, anybody who's dealt with anything on the spiritual side of things knows and realizes that you can absolutely invite something in without meaning to, okay? Now, I'm not talking about Christians being possessed, okay? Because, for instance, I do think that the MAGA thing, that means something, that they are trying to get the masses to invite in, you know, and kind of go through this indoctrination process into the satanic church. And it makes sense when you know about, you know, the planned something or other parenthood, you know, that goes on in this country, which has to do with child sacrifice, okay? And then when you know about CERN and the fact that they're trying to summon something or someone, the devil, I guess I can say that on this platform still, it really makes sense, because if they're doing massive sacrifice, let's just say, if they're doing massive sacrifice and they're doing massive indoctrination of the masses, trying to initiate the masses, you know, through forced masking, and if they're doing this whole MAGA movement and everything, and then of course all the stuff has come out about Hollywood, what do you think, where do you think all this is going? Okay, they're literally doing like a mass indoctrination of the masses. And yeah, most people are too stupid or too out of it or too disconnected from reality to actually see that this is what is happening and this is what they are participating in. Now, that being said, I'm a Christian, okay? Could I invite something evil into my house? Yes, I could, okay? Like, for instance, if we watch wicked movies, okay? You can absolutely invite evil things into your home. That doesn't make you demon possessed. No, I don't believe that a Christian can be demon possessed, okay? But I also believe that a lot of people who say that they are Christians, that this whole situation with lockdowns and stuff, not just with lockdowns, but, you know, the whole thing behind it, has really kind of separated people and shown their fruits, so you can see who's really on the Lord's side and who isn't actually, and so that's going to make a big difference too. So my main purpose with this video was just to bring awareness so that people can see, because there's something bigger that's going on here, okay? I used to believe that there was a difference between like Republican and Democrat and all this stuff. I don't believe that anymore. They're all on the same side. I guess you could say it's the lesser of two evils, but at the end of the day, you are going to only have people who you can vote for who are Masons, okay? That's it, because that's all that they're going to give us. So you can either have a Republican Mason or a Democrat Mason. And so you can, voting is still a good thing. You know, it's like the lesser of two evils, I guess. But at the same time, just know that whoever you vote for is not on our side. They're not one of us. And you really got to be alert and be watching out for these different things, like with the masking, like with the mandates, you know. Not the baby, you know. Ugh. Okay, with the mandates, with the lockdowns, which actually lockdowns also has to do with a satanic ceremony, I guess you could say, for summoning things, where you're supposed to go in your private space and board up your windows and keep all the light out, and it has to do with like literally a satanic ceremony, I guess you could say, when you're trying to summon something. So it just so happens that all of these things that we've all been subjected to are all connected, or really look like they resemble satanic ceremonies and initiations and different things like that, okay? So be awake, be alert, you know, like the Bible says, we need to be alert, we need to pay attention and see what's actually going on. Don't be stupid, don't be a sheep, Okay, and don't go along with whatever indoctrination that they're trying to put people through, because if you're a Christian, then you are the Lord's, okay? And he is going to protect us and keep us safe, but we have to be smart, you know, like the Bible verse that says we have to be wise as serpents but harmless as doves, okay? We have to be smart, because that MAGA movement is a snake in the grass. Look, it just so happens to have brought in all of these troubles for us. And guess what else that person said? That person also said, I'm not leaving office. I don't have to leave office if there's cheating involved. Then what does he do as soon as cheating happens? He ditches. And then what happens with, January, the day after the 5th, I can say. All right, what happened then? He literally calls all these people down. Hey, come on down, come on down. And then he ditches, and then all heck breaks loose, basically. And these innocent people have been jailed. I haven't heard him speak out about that, trying to get these innocent people, these patriots, out of jail that they've been in. It's completely ridiculous, okay? He's not on our side. The MAGA movement is not pro-America, and it's not pro-God, okay? So come out of that, guys. Let's get back to just following the Lord. We're not following some worldly leader here. These people are all wicked, and they're all Satanists, okay? So follow the Lord. That's all I wanted to say. And I had no idea about the connection that MAGA actually was the 5th level in the Satanic Church. And if you think all of this is a coincidence, then okay, it's all a coincidence. Go about your day, and you can just be a dumb sheep. And the rest of us will pay attention, and we'll be wise, and we'll keep following Jesus Christ. He is our leader. There is no leader on this earth that we can really follow. Okay? God bless you guys. Love you all.